What if Edward Snowden isn't who he says he is? What if Snowden is still working for the US government? What if the leak was an elaborate smokescreen, what some call a limited hangout or a psyop? Is the Snowden leak a part of a US intelligence PR operation to disseminate some truthful information, while at the same time protecting what really might be compromised? You know, give the American people something to chew on, while at the same time covering up and protecting the real damning information. I'm Christopher Green, and in today's video we ask critical questions about the Snowden leak, Snowden himself, and the information he's presented. It's not our intention to discount the validity of the leak or the information he's exposed, but rather to think outside the box and question the official narrative. Remember, we are engaged in an information war where the stakes are high, deception everywhere, and intelligence agencies battling it out for the upper hand. Before we get started, please support our sponsor, Amerigold. Get all of your gold and silver at Amerigold.com. With the stock market at an all-time high and quantitative easing officially ending in the States, there's never been a better time to invest in gold and silver. Give you and your family the peace of mind you deserve with simple diversification into precious metals. Amerigold.com. A limited hangout or partial hangout is defined as a public relations or propaganda technique that involves the release of previously hidden information in order to prevent a greater exposure of more important details. It takes the form of deception, misdirection, or cover-up, often associated with intelligence agencies, involving a release or mea culpa type of confession of only part of a set of previously hidden sensitive information that establishes credibility for the one releasing the information, who by the very act of confession appears to be coming clean and acting with integrity, but in actuality, by withholding key facts, is protecting a deeper operation and those who could be exposed if the whole truth came out. In effect, if an array of offenses or misdeeds is suspected, this confession admits to a lesser offense while covering up the greater ones. A limited hangout typically is a response to lower the pressure felt from inquisitive investigators pursuing clues that threaten to expose everything, and the disclosure is often combined with red herrings or propaganda elements that lead to false trails, distractions, or ideological disinformation, thus allowing a covert or criminal element to continue in their improper activities. Is it possible that what we're seeing today with the Snowden leak meets this definition? Is Snowden a front man, still working for the same government he says he exposed? Again, a lot about Snowden doesn't make sense. He supposedly left a six-figure paying job in Hawaii, a beautiful girlfriend behind, and jeopardized his entire career, life, and future so that he could expose a traitorous US government and its criminal spy operations. Again, I want to believe this too, but my bullshit detector is on high alert. Let's not forget that Snowden actually worked for the US government, NSA, and CIA. He was one of them. He was a high-tech spy, according to him. And if he is telling the truth, he flipped. That in and of itself should be questioned. Now, it's not to say that this doesn't happen from time to time, and there are legitimate whistleblowers, truth tellers, and good people out there. There are. But the question is Snowden one of them? One of the key things about Snowden that doesn't smell right is how put together and polished he is. It's as if he is working from a well-prepared script. Leakers like Chelsea Manning, for example, are discombobulated, strange, not well prepared, and disorganized. Not Snowden. He's prepared beautiful PowerPoint presentations, speaks simply and fluidly, looks the part, and seems to have thought out every response and answer to the questions posed to him before they are given. He really is a PR genius, but I thought he was a tech nerd. Also questionable is the quality of the leak, subsequent leaks, and the information it exposed. Greenwald, for example, keeps promising more damaging information to be released with the next Snowden revelation, but it never really comes. I don't know about you, but I have serious blue balls right about now. Ask yourself this: what do we really know that we didn't already know? Again, was it not obvious that the US government, NSA, and intelligence agencies have been spying on us in other countries for some time now? It may be a surprise to the conditioned masses, the very definition of a limited hangout, but for inquisitive minds and those paying attention, none of this comes as a surprise. It's just confirmation. Did Snowden release anything about the September 11th, 2001 terror attacks we didn't know about before? Has he incriminated a single powerful person, banker, or politician? Has he ruined anyone's career, forced Congress to act, or change policy of any kind? Has anything he released really been that dangerous? According to one blog post, here are the top 10 biggest revelations Snowden has leaked so far. Secret court orders allow NSA to sweep up Americans' phone records. PRISM, Britain's version of the NSA, taps fiber optic cables around the world. NSA spies on foreign countries and world leaders, X-Keyscore, the program that sees everything, NSA efforts to crack encryption and undermine internet security, NSA elite hacking team techniques revealed, NSA cracks Google and Yahoo data center links, NSA collects text messages, NSA intercepts all phone calls in 2 countries. Does this not prove our point? Outside of wiretapping Angela Merkel's cell phone, what have we really learned from Snowden that we didn't already know before? In stark contrast, Chelsea Manning, formerly Bradley Manning, leaked thousands of documents that proved U.S. torture, abuse, war crimes, soldiers laughing as they killed innocent civilians, U.S. complicity and involvement with repressive Arab regimes, changed our entire perception of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, future wars, and threatened people's lives and careers. I mean, we are talking serious and very real shit. Note that Chelsea rots in a box in a solitary confinement and received a 35-year prison sentence, while Snowden lives the high life, shooting movies, drinking Russian vodka, and partying with his pole-dancing girlfriend in Moscow. Must be nice. Is it possible journalist Glenn Greenwald and filmmaker Laura Poitras are being used? Are they a pawn in the elaborate Snowden game, or are they also a part of the cover-up? Isn't it strange that Snowden, the most wanted man alive when the leak first broke, was able to escape detection from the entire global intelligence community? He literally snuck out the back door of a Hong Kong hotel, unscathed and unnoticed. This is incredible. He must be Superman. Then he boarded and flew on an airplane where he was stopped at Sheremetyevo International Airport in Moscow, where he was held for almost a week without a single intelligence agent, journalist, or civilian bumping into him or snapping a photo to post on Instagram. Strange. I have a feeling if you were Snowden and you were the most hunted man in the world, you would be triangulated and compromised immediately by the same Orwellian spy network that you allegedly exposed. But not Snowden. He's smarter than the entire global intelligence community. We need to ask, who and what does the Snowden leak serve? Who benefits? Do the people? Has there been any real reform since the leak exposed the NSA and a vast illegal and anti-constitutional wiretapping program? Has Obama or any other politician for that matter intervened in any material way to change and or stop what is now public knowledge? The answer to that question is an obvious and startling no. In fact, I would argue that the leak has actually served the NSA and their interests more than it has the American people. Again, if Snowden is a limited or partial hangout, what the leak did is remind every American and citizen of the world that they are being watched, surveilled, at all times, and anything they say or do in private or public will be used against them. An omnipotent and ubiquitous government spy grid. This is ultimate control. It is psychological power and the very definition of a panopticon prison. Although these are good questions, it still doesn't answer what is probably the most penetrating. If Snowden is in on it, still working for the US government and global intelligence agencies, then why is he being held over in Russia? Why would he agree to that? Is it possible that Snowden has been brainwashed by the same people he represents? Is he on his equivalent of a jihad mission and what he believes is serving the best interests of the United States? I mean, think about it for a minute. If he really is protecting the best interests of the United States government from a much greater leak that would threaten national security, is he not a hero in his own mind? Also, what smells foul is that Snowden has been acclaimed as an international hero and has been immediately sprung into the spotlight. He is the star of a new Poitras documentary called Citizen 4 and even has a film in the works by famed director Oliver Stone. I thought he said that he didn't want the spotlight. Even his soon-to-be hinted-at fiancée was flown out to Russia, undetected or stopped by the US intelligence community, by the way, to live with him in a hidden, secret, and non-disclosed location so she could join him and the celebrity lifestyle that makes up Snowdenia. Really? Are we really expected to believe this? I call bullshit. Why is the media and Hollywood giving him so much attention? Everyone knows that one of the first rules of mainstream media propaganda is to lie by omission. In other words, if the media wants to hide something significant or cover something up, they drop the story and let it die. The people will assume the story has run its natural course, is no longer a headline, therefore not significant. And because the masses have what is called short-term memory loss, will quickly forget controversial events like public protests, bank bailouts, terrorism, and political scandals. But not for Snowden. He's Hollywood now, and the media is highlighting it. To me, this smells like a dirty sock. But again, we didn't answer the original question, the most penetrating one. Why would Putin be in on this? How does this serve Russian interests? Isn't Russia an enemy of the United States? And is this the red herring? Is it possible that Putin stopped Snowden in Moscow while on his way to flee to another country, interrogated him, and then decided to use him to his advantage in a vast propaganda war against the United States? Or is it possible that Putin and Obama struck a deal? Did they make a trade? Could it be that the information about to be exposed by an unknown whistleblower was so damaging and controversial that it compromised not just the United States, but also Russian intelligence? Remember, even enemies work together at times when it is in their best interest to do so. It's good business. Well, what's the old saying? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer? We may never know all the facts about the Snowden leak, and it may take years to uncover more information. Who knows? Maybe the bombshell revelation we've all been waiting for is just around the corner. Or maybe Snowden isn't who he says he is. I'm Christopher Green, and you're tuning into AMTV, alternative media television. Hard-hitting and in your face. Please share this video everywhere, make it viral, and click the link below to support our sponsor.